Most people over 60 believe that sudden death comes without warning, like a switch flipped in the dark. But what if that belief is the most dangerous mistake of all? When a 72-year-old man dies suddenly, the story rarely begins on the final day. It usually begins years earlier, with signals so subtle they feel easy to ignore. The mystery ain't why it happened. The mystery is why the clues were there all along, yet almost no one connected them in time. Here is the first unsettling clue. According to U.S. Centers for Disease Control data, the majority of sudden deaths in adults over 65, not truly sudden. Retrospective studies show warning signs appeared weeks, months, or even years earlier. Something important was happening quietly, but it didn't look dramatic enough to cause alarm. To understand how this unfolds, we need to trace the cause and effect timeline that aging science has uncovered over decades. Researchers like Dr. Jeremy Walston at Johns Hopkins, a leader in geriatric medicine, have shown that the body rarely fails in isolation. Systems decline together, slowly at first, then faster than expected. The origins of the issue often begin in early adulthood. In the 20s and 30s, lifestyle patterns form that seem harmless at the time. Long work hours, irregular sleep, processed foods, and stress become normalized. The cause is cultural pressure to perform. The effect is low-grade inflammation and metabolic strain that quietly reshape the body's baseline. No symptoms yet. No reason to worry. Changes start quietly in the 40s. American health surveys show that blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels begin creeping upward for millions during this decade. The body compensates well, which creates a false sense of safety. Fatigue is blamed on work. Shortness of breath is blamed on aging. Small lapses in memory are laughed off. The cause is gradual physiological wear. The effect is adaptation that hides risk. Then comes the shift after 65 that most ignore. This is where the rules change. Aging research shows that resilience drops sharply after this point. The same stressor that was tolerated at 55 now causes outsized impact at 70. Organs recover more slowly. Immune response weakens. According to the National Institute on Aging, chronic conditions begin interacting with each other instead of staying separate. The cause is reduced physiological reserve. The effect is vulnerability masked as normal aging. This is where the 6 critical signs often begin to appear, though rarely all at once. But before naming them, consider the breaking point. It usually arrives during a minor event. A short illness, a fall, an unusually stressful week. Something small pushes the body beyond its reduced margin of safety. What looks stable suddenly isn't. The first sign many overlook is persistent, unexplained fatigue. Not tiredness after activity, but exhaustion that lingers. Studies show that older adults reporting ongoing fatigue have significantly higher mortality risk within 5 years. The cause may be cardiovascular strain or systemic inflammation. The effect is reduced energy long before a crisis. The second sign is subtle shortness of breath during routine activities. Not gasping, but noticing stairs feel harder than last year. American Heart Association data links this symptom to underlying heart and lung stress that often goes unreported. The cause is reduced oxygen efficiency. The effect is gradual activity avoidance. The third sign is sudden changes in sleep patterns, waking frequently, early morning restlessness, or excessive daytime sleepiness. Research shows sleep disruption in seniors is strongly associated with cardiovascular and neurological events. The cause is nervous system imbalance. The effect is cognitive and physical strain. The fourth sign is loss of appetite or unintentional weight loss. According to large U.S. aging studies, losing more than 5% of body weight unintentionally after 65 is a major red flag. The cause may be metabolic changes or underlying disease. The effect is muscle loss and weakened immunity. The fifth sign is increasing confusion or subtle personality changes. Not dramatic memory loss, but increased irritability, withdrawal, or indecision. Studies show cognitive shifts often precede major medical events. The cause is reduced cerebral blood flow or inflammation. The effect is behavioral change mistaken for mood. The sixth sign is reduced recovery after minor setbacks. A cold that lingers, a bruise that heals slowly, a sense that the body doesn't bounce back anymore. Research confirms this is a powerful predictor of serious decline. The cause is reduced repair capacity, the effect is cumulative damage. The fallout of missing these signs is devastating. Health emergencies escalate quickly. Medical costs spike. Independence shrinks. Families are left asking what they missed. Across the U.S., millions of seniors experience this same pattern every year, yet many failed fixes persist because of old advice. People dismiss symptoms as just aging. They avoid doctors to not seem dramatic. They rely on supplements instead of evaluations. These fixes fail because early signs are not about fear, they're about timing. Link this to today. American surveys show that seniors who act early on subtle changes live longer and maintain independence longer, even when serious conditions are found. Awareness doesn't cause decline, ignoring signals does. Here are 3 direct actions people over 60 can apply today. First, track one baseline: energy, breath, sleep, appetite, or recovery, and note changes over months, not days. Second, report subtle symptoms clearly during medical visits, even if they feel minor. Third, build a routine check-in with someone who will notice changes you might miss. Here is the clear warning based on evidence. Dismissing gradual changes as normal aging significantly increases the risk of sudden, catastrophic health events. And here is the open thought to carry forward. If the body always whispers before it screams, what signal might it be sending you right now? If this message could help someone you love, please like and share it. And if you want the next chapter where we explore how to strengthen resilience after 70 so small problems dawn to become sudden endings, subscribe now. The information you learn next could matter more than you think.